Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Silent Run. On this channel, I have my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game we play. Very spooky looking path. If I want to take 3 elites, I have to take 4, including the super elite in the middle there. So I may just take the campfire to the right of that first elite, and then go 2 elites, including the super elite, and that'd be a great Act 1. Getting that burning elite out of the way. But I'm sure I was having much turmoil here. What to do? So I actually take the curse, it seems, for 250 gold. Not something I normally like to do, but obviously floor 2 shop here. So I marked that I could go this way, in theory. Almost certainly not doing that, though. Absolutely not. And could go left as well. Take all the question marks at the end. Also marked that I could go to the second shop instead of the elite, so only 1 elite. Take the 1. Neither punished nor rewarded for taking the 1 so far. Which I think means punished. Didn't have to, it seems. And a skewer versus trash. Gonna take the skewer. Just a bit early for prepared and expertise. They don't do anything yet. And here's our shop. There's a fumes on sale. There's an oddly smooth stone, which is great on the sound, of course. We're gonna remove that decay, grab the noxious fumes. So I take a blur for 87 gold. That seems absolutely maniacal to me. No way I would be doing that right now. Not that blur is bad or anything, but 87 gold is a lot. A lot. And it's also like really early. We're probably not making great use of that yet. And so yeah, gonna be having a little bit of extra dexterity here, helping us block. Very nice, of course. And fumes is very good. Removes artifact charges, good scaling against bosses. Accuracy is a bit early here. This looks like a skip to me. Take a prepared instead. Prepared's fine. Prepared notably is bad against Gremlin Knob. It's like actually a curse against Gremlin Knob. An excellent reason to not take it if you're on the fence about it. But of course does enable discard synergies like Sneaky Strike and whatnot. Oddly Smooth Stone truly healing us for, I believe, 3 health here. Very nice. And leg sweep versus footwork. I really consider taking the leg sweep over the footwork. It's definitely better right now. I actually do take the leg sweep. Very nice. So normally, obviously, you know, you see a footwork, pick a footwork kind of character here, but we already have the Ollie Smooth Stone, a little bit of dex, and no cards that love having a footwork quite yet. And leg sweep is just a great block card. So happy with the decisions so far. Do I take 6? Looks like I do. And just trying to get a better split than that. Yet again, it's not splitting. It's going to go to exactly 36 here. And it has to be a 35 to split, so I could pass again. And I do. And oof. Not a great hand. I have 2 strikes in there. So, gonna let it go here. Not according to plan so far, I would say. And I regen pot now, knowing I'm going to be here a while now. The split was really bad and want to get that out of the way now. So we be blocking. For quite a bit. They're really angry slimes, it seems. Not a fan of that. Regen pod getting us 15 health here. Gonna be around the same amount of health we started at due to that. And a Dagger throws here. Also a Bane is here. I'm not a huge Bane enjoyer. You draw before the Fumes is in play, and boy does it suck. So take a Dagger throw instead. Pretty good card. It draws a card. It discards a card as well, but it's a card of your choice, so it can get rid of a basic or whatever. And turns on discard synergies as well. So we'd love to see a Sneaky Strike right now. And I actually do go left. My god, the Madman. Taking the red path. I think this is absolutely insane. We'll see how it works. I mean, I obviously win, so pretty cool. Considering, do I play Fumes or not? Definitely not, of course. And gonna have to use the Cunning Potion, probably, unless I draw something really good here. I actually do draw something really good here. I get to save the Cunning Potion. Wow, it's really good. And Bag of Prep is here, drawing us 2 extra cards on turn 1. Essentially the exact same relic as the Silent Starter relic, so we're going to be drawing 9 on turn 1 now. Very exciting. And more trash here. I actually skipped that time. Cloak and Dagger unupgraded is just simply too unexciting, and Skewer demands an upgrade. Each energy you put into it essentially being upgraded. Very, very good. So looking for Fumes, of course, and would love to play Fumes next turn and not draw Skewer, and then open with the Skewer. And that's a great draw. And reapply the Weaken as well. It's going to run out, but if we redraw this thing again, that'd be cool. The Nooch. Good, a neutralized draw there. Only take 3. My god, leg sweeps a card here. And I mean, imagine Footwork instead, right? Huge leg sweep. It's a great card. Really, really good make number in early fight kind of card. And we did it. Only took a few damage here. Very nice. And we get a War Paint, upgraded 2 random skills. And I took the War Paint before looking at the rewards like a fool. And I was not happy about that. And I find another Cunning Potion and a Vajra, giving us 1 permanent strength. So now we are suddenly extremely strong. And unfortunately, Blade Dance would be more damage than Skewer, except I have 9 cards in my hand, so Blade Dance only makes 2 shits. So I'm doing a bit of, you know, can I get away with this, etc. But nope. Just play the big Skewer. And this Gremlin Knob fight is going to look a lot different than the last one. We have a double Cunning Potion, we have Vajra. I can simply rip it, the double Cunning Potion, which I think I might have to. I need to draw another attack here, so I use 1, and then, okay, I do draw a second strike, so that's fine. And Finisher is here. That looks pretty good. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Second Fumes, not really necessary. Dodge and Roll is also here. We have Oddly Smooth Stone. Could be a thing, but I take the Finisher after all. Maybe even upgrade it. And I certainly may be considering going left now, take all these late act question marks, but nope, still interested in card rewards, it seems. Fumes upgrade would be good, Leg Sweep upgrade would be good, of course, Blade Dance upgrade to make Finisher attack more times would be good. But we don't have a well-laid plans, so the Finisher combo may not be happening at the moment. But, of course, upgrading Blade Dance still good with the Vajra we have, going from 15 damage to 20 damage for 1 energy. My god, that's good. And this is a bit sus. I'm a Cunning Potion, it seems. Because this Gremlin Wizard is very bad, and the Fat Gremlins will be hitting us rather hard here, getting us the debuffs. So it's going to be really hard to get out. Did find the Skewer, so probably going to be pointing that at Wizard. Yep. And we did find a Horn Cleave as well, which I didn't mention. 14 block on turn 2, so I knew that was coming up. That's very nice. And can't really attack this mad gremlin, unfortunately. I'm going to draw some block here. Did find a leg sweep. That's really, really good. So a great fight, actually. I did have to use a cunning potion, but ended up being rather good for us. And after images here, boy is that good. We even have a prepared in our deck for some reason, so that's a nice free 1 block there. And it's going to be great with the Blade Dance Plus, of course. After image, an excellent card. A little bit awkward if you find it too early, but we did not find it too early. We have enough for it so far. Only going to get better, of course. And our footwork is back. Going to take that this time. That's a great card. Right before going into Guardian as well. Love to see that. It is a bit spooky. We do have the Horn Cleave for turn 2 though, so only takes 6 maximum. That's great. Horn Cleave exceptional in this fight, for sure. And Skewer doing 1 too few damage if I after image first, so I rip it, it seems. I'm considering not just ripping it, but then I just rip it after all. There's Finisher, so something is dead here. Probably the one that's hitting me. And do I get rid of Fumes or Footwork? An interesting decision. Probably the Fumes. That was... I couldn't decide. And I got rid of the wrong card. I can't play both of the powers, so that was really stupid. Could have gotten rid of an artifact, done a little bit more damage. And I end up playing the Footwork after all. Yeah, that was very silly, of course. A mistake. Will I take any damage for it? Stay tuned. Nope. Didn't have to stay tuned very long. And a Courier's here, giving us some refunds, restocking rather, at the shop. Whenever we buy an item, it'll restock, and 20% discount on all products. And considering a accuracy with our Blade Dance Plus, I skip. Not quite enough yet, I think, and Finisher might be good enough damage anyway, with the Fumes especially. Upgraded Footwork over Fumes. Just the unupgraded Fumes is going to be plenty for this guy. And second after images here. Sure. Would love to put Fumes in play, but probably considering just the full Skewer here, so I can make sure I split next turn. I did not, in fact, rip it. And knowing I have the Horn Cleave was totally comfortable just passing. And, yep, take no damage. Very good. So this fight's over. That was definitely the scariest part. Now we're good. Great Skewer. And this Blade Dance gonna block for 5 times 2. My god. Reapply a weaken, so actually weakened next turn. It's very good. Weaving in the attacks while we can, of course. Sadly, Blade Dance Finisher getting drawn, but too much damage on us to do that time. Or Guardian. Silent loves Guardian. And second after images here. We don't have any discard synergy yet, so Tool's not doing a lot. And yeah, take a second after image. That's pretty good. Very exciting. And Runic Dome is here. Who cares what enemies are doing when we just make block passively when we play our cards, right? I suspect I clicked the dome. Yep. Pretty good. So yeah, just going to be going to the face while after images are in play and blocking as much as we can, essentially, that way. The Runic Dome gets really awkward if you have to commit to your block, because there are many turns, even if you know every fight in the game, where they could be hitting you, but they are perhaps not hitting you. And that's extremely awkward if you have the decision of, do I do damage or block? And, or put powers in play, of course. Like, can I get away with playing this power or not? Runic Dome makes that very, very awkward. So this guy, for example, always attacks for 21 on turn 1 and applies Frail. So gonna want to block here. And it's hitting for 15 now. That's weakened. I can play a defend and block for 1, or I can play Fumes. In hindsight, I would have played Fumes. Kind of crazy. But I'm so confident, it seems, that I just wanted to block for the extra little bit there. If I take no damage in this fight, then that was correct, of course. And we are looking well on our way to doing so. Could be getting 21 again now, we have no way to know. And playing these strikes before the neutralize to make sure it breaks the plated armor. My god, we are blocking. So yep. Current me taking a big L, past me correctly taking 0 damage in this fight. Very cool. Blur is here. That seems really good with our after images. Very cool. And losing either a bag of prep or a horn cleat for a triple rare chance relic. I may lose Silent Star relic. I choose not to, though. We already have a bag of prep, so our turn 1s are huge. And the birds could be hitting, could not be hitting, could be buffing, could also be big hitting. I believe. Can they big hit on turn 1? I'm actually not sure about that. Perhaps not. And Blade Dance, excellent in this fight. And I attack the one that just buffed, because it's probably always hitting me, I think. That's how that works. And if it is hitting me, of course, which I think it always has to, it's also hitting for the most damage. So, of course, knock that one down. And Fume's going to be pretty good here. Some nice damage. Woof. Not the best hand I've ever seen. Take some damage. Nope. Got lucky, the bird buffed. Pounce dead. And now break the other bird. Wow, what a great fight. Also 0 damage here. So we're looking very strong here. I find a ghost in a jar and a second blur. Wow. That's very funny. My last silent run was a deck where I had 5 blurs in it. And I didn't realize that I was also doing that here. I'm apparently much more into the blurs lately. But also, sometimes you just kind of trip and fall into a run where it's good. In this case, obviously, we're just making so much block with the after images that the blur's just gonna be good anyway. And we also have a horn cleat, and we can retain that 14 block, which is great. Just in case. The Ghost in Jar, unfortunately, not quite as good as normal when we have the Runic Dome, so we can't see our enemies' intents, but there are plenty of fights where we know that we're getting hit for a billion. Reptomancer turn 2, for example. And, could use that if we'd like to. So another great fight, 0 damage again, and a fairy in a bottle is here. I drink the Entropic Brew, and also Welly Plans is here, by the way, thank God. Great card. So I drink the Entropic Brew, see what's in the box. It's not Ghost in the Jar, so I discard it for Fairy in a Bottle. And we're looking quite good here. Carrying a bottle and Ghost in a Jar, just chilling on the potion belt is excellent. Take an Acro, which gets restocked into Tactician. I also take the Tactician. Then I consider the escape plan as well, to have a footwork and 2 after images, so that's actually really insane. And then another Acro is there, I take that as well. So our deck just got a lot stronger with this shop, for sure. That's an excellent skill pile. Thanks, merchant guy. And considering other things, card move, maybe even a funnel. Funnel is cool. I'm considering buying funnel and catalyst. That seems kind of crazy. But I do have a fumes, so can just strip off that first artifact, get the fumes cooking early. It's fine. I take it after all. And even the catalyst. Okay, so we now have a plan for the late game, kind of. Can use the fumes and the funnel to apply some poison. And I like the fast 4 poison, it seems. Funnel is a bit strange. It's not amazing, per se. But I decided it was good enough here. I decide to dig with Dagger Throw for some reason. Can't say I fully understand. Could have played Blade Dance instead, doing a bit more damage. And we get scraped, so we are taking a billion right now. Good draws, though, it seems. I'm still taking damage here, I'm pretty sure. Probably like 10. 12. Slavers are brutal, man. Like, we weakened the Red Slaver and blocked for quite a lot and still took damage. But not good enough to Ghost in a Jar, of course. 12 is a puny amount compared to what Ghost in a Jar could give us, and we're fine just hanging on to the potions forever. It's no big deal. Gonna use Catalyst on the big guy since it has more health. I meant to keep that. No reason not to keep it. It prevents you from redrawing it later. Assuming you keep it until your next reshuffle, which is ambitious. But yeah, no reason not to keep it, of course. And I think we're good. Yep, it's weakened. Should be fine. So taking a lot of damage here. Was that 59 health going in? And we find a Toxic Egg. Wow, that's good. Upgrading all future skills. And we are presented with some great options here as a Tactician Plus. We already have a Tactician and a Runic Dome, so maybe I don't want that. I take another Leg Sweep. Leg Sweep Plus. Pretty good. Doesn't exactly go with the after image thing exactly, but it's good enough, surely. And weakening is quite good. And we really want to upgrade our well-laid plans. That's an excellent upgrade. To be sure. Get rid of an artifact charge on the Spheric Jardian to make sure the fume starts doing something. Probably going to be killing that 95 health enemy with the poison. That seems like a realistic way out there. And we can even weaken it here. I seem to want to kill the sentry though instead. That's a huge mistake because I'm overkilling by so much I could have weakened the Spheric Guardian. Actually, I'd take 1 for this, I think. No, I take 9. Wait a second. How much was that? It would have prevented 6 damage. So however much I took minus 6 would have been what I should have taken. Math is too hard for me right now. Don't worry about it. Play dance just for block. Now we're taking 16 again. So just make a bunch of block and we're out. So kind of spooky, but again, Ghost and Jar Fairy Bottle on our potion belt. We are not actually particularly afraid right now. Considering something here. Poison Stab, maybe? Yep. But nope, that's not good anymore. Mediocre. And Gremlin Leader is like a great example of a fight where Runic Dome is horrible. It could be hitting us for 6x3, or it could be buffing, and we have no way to know, and that's a huge deal. We are going to be making a lot of block here anyway, but... So just gotta hope. We would be exactly dead right now if it's hitting us, actually. Or Fairy in a Bottle will be exactly breaking, I mean. So hope it's not hitting us. And it is hitting us. Goodbye, Fairy in a Bottle. So now it's always resummoning minions. And once again, it can now be hitting us for 4x3, because it's weakened. Or buffing, and we have no way to know. And we're leaving the minions alive, so if it doesn't hit us now, it's always going to hit us next turn, and that's pretty scary. So now it's not hitting us. We would have preferred getting hit there, for sure. So now it's hitting us for... It'll be 11x3 weakened to 8x3, I believe. And so I do Ghost in a Jar, because we're getting hit for 1 billion damage here. Including the minions. And then next turn it's going to buff again. Probably start pointing things at the minions here. That way it dies. I should probably actually have gone Skewer here. Hold the... Actually, I want to blur, so never mind. I don't blur. That's crazy. Okay, good. Because if it attacks me next turn, I could die if I don't blur. So now we're safe. It is hitting us for 16x3 if it is hitting us. So we're full blocking. And hold a leg sweep in case it hits us next turn. So this Gremlin Leader is not cooperating. It is doing exactly the opposite of what we want it to do. And now, again, 16 down to 12x3. And then now it's buffing again. Now we point attacks at Gremlin Leader, surely. Yeah, it's just dead. Okay, so we made it through. Had to use both potions. That's very sad, but what can you do? We probably would have even if we didn't have Runic Dome. Just worked out like that. Poison Stab would be crazy. I click it anyway. I don't know why. I think it's pretty mediocre, but I wanted more poison, it seems. Now we find a Paper Crane. Huge relic. The weaken will now reduce damage by 40% instead of 25%. And we have 2 leg sweeps, so that's really good. And we also found a meal ticket, healing us for 15 whenever we enter a shop. And so now we're just going to want to keep things weakened and block with After Image, and we should never take damage, pretty much. It's really good. It's really, really good. Chosen is kind of spooky. Not a fan of this. Probably not going to play more defense because we make dazes. Dazes are bad for us. Ew! I was weakened, I didn't kill it. I definitely meant to kill it there. Took some damage for it. There's a leg sweep. It's well-hit plans as well. Didn't hit us there. So gonna make a bunch of a block here with the Blade Dance. It's pretty good. And it is weakened, so hopefully not hitting us too hard. Whew. We got 3 shuffles, so now we're pretty much safe to play whatever we want. And we're vulnerable to really want to get out now. Can't get out, but have huge block here. No worries. And I pass, knowing I'm going to be killing next turn always. Nearly always, anyway. Another Acros here, clicking that, over a leg sweep plus. We already have enough leg sweep, 2 is plenty. And interested in the late act question mark, it seems. It is Slavers again. So this was actually a pretty brutal act. Would have loved to see Book of Stabbing here, to be honest. The weekend would be quite good. Considering not weakening the right slaver, since we're killing it possibly before the second weaken matters, but also it's hitting us the hardest, so we do. And it, in fact, doesn't die here. It's very sad. If it's vulnerabling us, that's really bad. It is scraping, so we are again taking a cool billion damage here. I'm probably down to 1 health here, if I had to guess. Like, oh, wait. The blue slaver could have hit us harder there. It would have been like down to 3, I think, because it would have hit for 5 more vulnerable. That's actually 7 more. Math. 3 or 4 health if it had hit me harder. I do think it's interesting trying to work out what they're like, you know, what is happening still with them. I'm sure there are some people out there who have no clue what the enemies are doing when they take Runic Dome, and therefore probably never take the Runic Dome. I certainly remember a time. I still hate clicking Runic Dome, it's just I don't like the way it feels to have it. But there are runs where you don't care what enemies are doing very much. Just because of the way your deck functions. We get Matryoshka, and a Deadly Poison Plus I take. So the next 2 chests we get will give us 2 extra relics. Or, sorry, what? They'll give us 2 relics instead of 1, so 1 extra relic. And we get a Nightmare here. This is actually a disaster. Instead of a question mark, we get the hardest hallway fight in the game, probably. Shell Parasite plus Fungi Beast. But I did manage to block for enough here, along with the Weaken, to not die. And gonna outlive this vulnerable here. And then we should be fine. Earlier we did take 0 damage to Avocado, and that was, you know, beginning of Act 2, so now we should be even stronger. But the vulnerable makes it horrifying. Took 1. But now the vulnerable's gone and we should be fine. Make sure to block for 21. I don't think it could be 21 unless we were already frailed, but just in case. And I was also aware that Automaton was our boss when I took the funnel. My god. So that strips an artifact shard, which is great, of course. So after a very strong start to the act, we hobble our way into this automaton fight. And it is not trivial to win this, I don't think. We have not that much health. And again, the minions could be stealing from us, or they could be attacking us. Unclear. But of course, the automaton always does the same thing. Buff, attack, buff, and then Hyper Beam, 58 damage. So we can know what he's doing, at least. There's our fumes we were digging for, so gotta put that in play, of course. And yeah, I took this poison stab. I still don't really fully understand why. I just really wanted the way to strip the artifacts and apply more poison for catalyst. It does strip an artifact charge here. Awesome. But yeah, I don't see it still. I'm normally definitely in the camp of don't take those mediocre common attacks later than you have to, generally speaking. And Poison Stab definitely in that camp, despite our poison plan. And I want to make sure he is weakened coming up here. And looking for a blur, of course, to save our block for next turn. So it is already weakened, don't have to worry about leg sweep. And I'd like this other after image back. This minion is hoarding it. So it's going to be 58 minus 40%. That's like 24-ish, 23. So probably hitting me for 35 here. Maybe 34. I think 35 though. Managed to block enough to live regular Hyper Beam also. Actually 34. Game rounding in a way that's good for us, it seems. Or maybe I'm just bad at math. Definitely possible. Poison Stab, Catalyst, and then keep Leg Sweep for next turn seems reasonable. I just dig. It's like, I'm not playing Poison Stab there, what am I doing with it, right? And now we're getting hit for 20 times 2, down to 12 times 2. Down to blurs for next turn. So the blurs are cooking, in fact. So this fight was easier than Slaver's by quite a lot. Slaver's so insane. And Burst is here. Burst Plus is here. There's also Corpse Explosion, but Burst Plus is here. Helps us play a billion cards with After Image, helps Catalyst do a billion damage, helps us apply poison in the first place, and double Leg Sweep as well is pretty strong. And it seems I am actually interested in Empty Cage here. Just remove 2. I'm happy to keep the Defends around with his footwork and blurs and whatnot. That might be insane to some people, and even to me now, it's a bit strange. Could have definitely gone P-Box and got a bunch of random cards, and I have 4th energy, and it would have been probably better. But I just wanted... I knew, in my mind, if I just remove 2 strikes here and keep the defense, I'll win, I think. So, no need to accidentally get, like, you know, 9 copies of the worst card in the game, or whatever. That 0.1% of the time. It was definitely correct to take beatbox there, though. I am pretty sure about that. That's a lot of damage. Darkling's trying to destroy me here. Gotta put Fumes in play, maybe take more damage here. Luckily not. But now they're probably all hitting me for a billion, so I gotta block for a lot here. Could have weakened the one with 4 strength. Ended up being right after all to weaken the one that was on the right because it was double hitting. But can't know that, of course. Still correct to do it on the left one. A little bit concerned about killing too fast. Killing the right one too fast, rather. As want to try to split the damage, make sure we can get out. If we let the middle one respawn, could have gotten pretty awkward there. Gamble is here. Got Gamble Plus. Happy about that, of course. Skip that. And Sensory Stone's here with Toxic Egg, that's really good. Discovery Plus is pretty interesting. Nice 2 cards for 1 energy. And will get us something cool. And we can play it over and over because it's upgraded. Now let's take a Dark Shackles. Basically Giga Piercing Whale. Any multi-hit enemy will be very upset that it's being shackled. And I even take a Blind Plus for weaken. Now we do have Paper Crane, so it may be insane not to take it, but I would argue it's barely worth taking, if not wrong to take, as we already have double Leg Sweep. Don't need that much weaken. But it is, of course, like a good idea to take the blind there. And unfortunately, our Burst Blade Dance is against 2 Spikers, so we can't really do that. But we could actually... There was no way to Survivor twice and Play Dance twice, unfortunately. I had to discard it. Fumes is here, so we'll just be blocking, letting Fumes win, of course. Fight is a joke for Poison Silent. Like a Nightmare Catalyst. Also can burst a Catalyst. I mean, those were great hits from Discovery there. Give me that later as well, please. Discovery is fun. Definitely always exciting to take that. Another Ghost in the Jars here. Another Blade Dance Plus is here. And a Deflect Plus is also pretty good, but Blade Dance Plus with 2 after images just has to be the pick, I think. It is insane. This guy thinks just like me. And Bag of Marbles. And we actually did get the Matryoshka double here because of this question mark, so that's very nice. We got it a bit late, so it could have only been one relic extra, but gonna get it here. And do I want Singing Bowl or not? And I could key the Singing Bowl. Of course, we're gonna have to key the next thing we get if we don't key this. And we do have a Toxic Egg, making card rewards probably good enough on average that I don't want to skip them that often. And so just gonna key that and then hope that whatever I get next is better. And it'll be whatever the second relic is in the chest that we would have to key. It could be getting hit for 45, could be getting hit for 7x3, could be getting burned. Can we get hit? I actually don't know if it can 45 on turn 1. I'm 99% sure that it can now. A Gamba. Actually, skip Well-Laid Plans. That's a mistake, because would have been barely any damage, if any at all, even if it was 45ing us, and we could have put Well-Laid Plans in play with just the leg sweep. Now it's intangible. Just gonna be trying to block. After image, footwork, after image, and save the blur for next turn. I could have. Oh, never mind. Don't have Well-Laid Plans in play yet. That's probably correct then. Good work. I think it has enough weaken now. Should be fine. And gonna lose our 89 block here. Calipers will be good here. Calipers would be good here. Nooch, Blade Dance Plus, block for a ton. Only have one after image in play, so not as much as normal. Probably just Catalyst. Shouldn't have played Skewer. I have Well-Laid Plans. Mistake. Ouch. Yeah, would love to see what this enemy's doing. This guy is completely random. It's very sad. Getting a lot of burns here, but luckily we have our poison cooking. Discovery's good. Excellent draw. We did it. And Agiria's here. We may choose to lift at campfires. And Prepared Plus is here as well. Over a Terror, it seems. Could have considered the Terror as well. But it seems we're kind of interested in killing with poison, generally speaking. So yeah, the lifting will give us 1 permanent strength. We also found a Bag of Marbles, which I didn't mention. which will apply 1 vulnerable at the start of each fight, and that's great. Strips artifact charges as well. So very happy about that relic. An excellent common relic. One of the best. And we are against Repto, indeed. And blocking exactly here. They both hit for 9 on turn 1. Actually, so we just weaken it, so... And then we also... I know I have blur, so... reduce as much damage as I can here. So actually only take 5. And then here we may Ghost in the Jar. Or we may be able to full block. Which would be pretty incredible. So I can leg sweep the bottom right, which is hitting me for 25 right now, down to 15. I can also do it on reptomancer, which is hitting us for 16 times 2, I think. And I just pass. I'm comfortable not using Ghost in the Jar, it seems. I don't know how much damage I'm taking, but I'm certainly taking damage here, I think. 9. And now we're getting hit for 25 times 2 again, or more, if Repto hits us. But I think she's likely making more minions. I could have just died here if Repto was attacking me, so this is kind of maniacal behavior, to be honest. But I decided to risk it, I think. Like, using Ghost in a Jar and Repto's not hitting us there is such a disaster. Actually a disaster. First prepared. It's very interesting. And I can't play this finisher, unfortunately. But I can kill the minions, or at least try to. But it's definitely not going well. So now bottom right is hitting us for 25, down to 15. And other ones are hitting us for 9. Repto could be hitting us again. I finally Ghost in a Jar. And just start pointing attacks at Repto. Actually very questionable because, you know, the minions are still going to be there next turn. So I realize this and I start attacking the minions instead. Also, they make wounds with their first hit, and that's, you know, not ideal. It's not entirely clear why this fight is, like, so bad to me. Like, thank God we found a strike, by the way. It's, again, making more minions. My God. Will it die? 7 plus 1 plus 7 plus 3. Is that a yes? I'm not sure. Now it dies, though. And Repto makes more minions. Reptomancer, please! Give me a break. I'm sure I was not a fan of this situation as I was playing. Brutal. And getting hit for 15 again. Left block. Repto only has 9 poison. That's not a great situation. She makes more minions, by the way. Holy moly. This is the longest Reptomancer fight I've ever been in, I think. It's probably not close either. I've never seen her resummon more than like 3 times, I don't think. Should not have pointed that last shiv at that guy. But in fact, I realize I don't have to. Actually, yes, I do, unfortunately. So yep, I did math wrong and got to 1 health, and then I had to finish her after all. So whoops, that's a mistake as well. And it makes more minions. Oh my god. What a fight. Like, it's looking doomed right now to me, because it could be hitting us here, and how do I kill them? How do I not die here? So I get hit for 9. It may make more minions, which would actually be good, maybe? Take some damage instead. And Discovery, hopefully hit something good, that'd be great. Discovery, please. I was wondering why this run was over 1 hour, and it's because of this fight. 45 minutes of that hour are in this fight. It makes more minions. Is that the 10th time? And then I finally just ripped the catalyst. There's no way we're taking damage here. And then it'll die next turn. It made more minions, by the way. Holy moly. Someone count, please, how many times that was. I have never in my life seen some stuff like this. But made it through. Only cost us a Ghost in a Jar and like 20 health. And Concentrate versus Wraith Form. Wraith Form probably fine, since we're making a lot of block with after images. And of course, an excellent card against the heart. We love to see it. So, and we have an artifact pot, which can prevent the dex minus anyway. And so Potion Belt. Is that better than Singing Bowl? Perhaps. And we get a good shop here. Nice 15 heal. And a Dolly's Mirrors here. Oh, you may want to copy After Image. Third After Image. Or a Wraith Form. But Wraith Form is not upgraded. And notably, After Image doesn't really get better when it's upgraded. It just starts in your opening hand, which is whatever. So I do take a third After Image. And we have a triple After Image. And may buy some potions with our Potion Belt. Poison Pot seems fine. Gonna skip though. There was also a Blade Dance Plus there, which I didn't consider at all, but it seems that we do have triple After Image, so Blade Dance it by itself blocks for 15. That's pretty good. And does not get affected by Dexterity, so if we Wraith Form, we still block for 15 with it. Pretty good. And didn't care about blurring there, since the big hits don't start coming until he says 1. A lot of After Image in my deck still. A little malaise. And now we are getting hit for a lot, and that's a very bad hand, but it might be enough with double After Image play plus Dark Shackles plus Weaken. It would be hitting for 24 down to... My god, math's hard. Minus 9. 15. Anyway. You do not take damage after all. So much weird percentage stuff going on in this game. Deadly Poison Defend. Leg Sweeper Gamble. Probably would have kept Gamble in hindsight. Blur, so now we have a lot of block. Discovery, please cook. I can burst Discovery, that seems pretty good. But I have Finisher actually, so I may want to burst Blade Dance. Nope, I get rid of Finisher. I'm looking for the Catalyst, I see. Or am I? I should certainly be bursting Catalyst here, I think. Seems good. And I lose my block, unfortunately, but that's fine. I should probably keep Blade Dance. It blocks for 15 instead of 8 like Blur does. As Blur gains the 3 from After Image as well, but only once. And forgot to mention some relics. We did find a Smiling Mask, making card move cost 50 gold at all shops. And we did find Pen Nib, doubling the damage of our 10th attack. Once it reaches 9 stacks, the next attack will deal double damage. Potion bottle, of course, for 2 extra potion slots. And then we know what Mirror does as well. And a Lantern is here. An extra energy on turn 1 of each fight. Pretty good. Did have a Bag of Prep and Solid Starter Relic, so any extra energy on turn 1 is great when you have 9 cards in your hand. Of course. And Mattering here, letting us put Fumes and play comfortably. Hoping to not take damage to Nemesis, that'd be great. And no 9, maybe find a Skewer, which would be cool. Unfortunately, I only have 2 energy left, so may want to save it, but I can't. I didn't play well-laid plans. Whoops. Probably couldn't have, though, realistically. Almost there. Our damage is really not quite there in this deck, which is a bit of a shame. We never upgraded this well-laid plans, and that's kind of a problem. Could have the Burst Finisher thing in one hand, could have the... or wait, what? Burst Catalyst thing, or Blade Dance Finisher thing. But we have neither of those since we can't retain both cards. Just a bit awkward. An Hourglass is here, and a Backflip that's really good. Also, Piercing Well is good, but Backflip seems just better here, drawing us cards. And found another shop. It's interesting. And Hourglass, of course, quickly, dealing 3 damage at the start of each turn to all enemies. And Entropic Brew is here. I'm going to buy that. I have 4 potion slots, so that's very strong. And another Footwork, it seems. So, triple After Image, double Footwork. Boy, are we blocking. We get to remove 2 artifacts immediately, thanks to Bag of Marbles and Funnel. Which for some reason I simply cannot remember the name of. Yeah, just double to defend, I did not have to do that. I doubled Deadly Poison instead. It's only hitting for 24. And I know that it does that, so definitely just a mistake. Huge blind. It's massive. Oh yeah. So we're probably taking no damage in this fight already. Seems good. Chilling. Waiting for poison to do our thing. Blocking. Calipers would be good here. It's true. And I'm just trying to chain blurs, it seems, with only 2. Haven't attacked for a while. Got him. So the right one appears to be dying fast enough. I might want to, like, burst catalyst the left one. Kind of insane to not play any of the poison cards here, but I'm apparently interested in just dealing direct damage, saving the poison stuff for later. A bit weird, not gonna lie. Heal hook. It's pretty good, actually. We sure are weakening. His Wraith one hasn't been played yet, I'm pretty sure. It'll be good, though, don't worry. Don't you worry. Probably. I actually don't remember. Only the first boss. Man, this is one of the decks where it's like a kind of a slog. I'm feeling it myself here. Have to wait for poisons to hook. I feel like I'm playing a bit slower than normal also. A bit funny to say after that turn, but that was fast, but otherwise I feel like I'm playing a bit slower than normal. Which is good. Taking my time. Make sure I win. It can all go wrong so fast in this game, and I know that so well. I have lost so many runs where if I just didn't make one small mistake I would have won, and you will never see those runs. Yikes. First discovery. I want it to happen. I feel like a viewer right now. Oh, it's actually happening. Huge. Ooh, double blur. Nice. Got the after image. What to play? Speed plant. So it debuffs us on turn 1. Thank God we had a blur going on. Can just pass. You're not doing any damage there, really. If not literally. And hopefully we can clutch this one out. The poison, we'd love to kill it over 2 turns with the catalyst plus burst. That'd be great. A snail. You think this guy is where the immortal snail meme came from? Surely that started being a thing after this game came out, right? Not saying it's actually related or anything, but I'm pretty sure that that lines up. The snail that kills you. The worst poison stab I've ever seen in my life. Why did I click it earlier? I still don't know. Just tell me in the comments why I clicked poison stab here. Deadly is back, that's pretty good. Evo leg sweep. Or Wraith form. Never had a chance. So we do have burst in our hand. We want to block here. We want to keep the burst. We want to play Catalyst next turn. And that would go up to enough poison. Yes. Excellent. Don't even need the second turn. So this fight much faster than Donudeka, thank God. He saw the line. Hog. And to-thump, to-thump, thump. Deep Pulsing Dread. Upgrade a Wraith form, probably. Nope, Well-Laid Plans, finally. Finally. No money, sadly. There was another blur there. Perhaps that one was clickable. The first shop of the run gave us a blur, or had a blur, and the last shop of the run had a blur. How poetic. Let me just gamble this. But I have Well-Laid Plans in my hand, so just fine to keep like this. Fire Pot is not great, so would be fine using that in this fight. And I am full blocking. Kind of crazy. Now we're getting hit for 57 in the back. Make that 38 minus 40%. 22. That sounds like it maths to me. I don't think I've Blade Dance finished a single time. Or I've done it a few times, I remember. But it's very rare this run, for sure. Now getting hit for a lot. I'm not even going to try to do math here. It's a lot, though. Probably Wraith form time. And yeah, we have after images blocking, so it doesn't even matter if we lose the dex. 4 head. Very cool, actually. Slowly but surely getting there. This is going to be a long one again. A little bit scary because now we don't have Wraith form anymore and gotta actually block. My God. Go Discovery. Probably rip the Catalyst on the Spire. He'll die in 2 turns. Or not. Needed to block more in my mind. I did not, in fact, need to block more. Found the burst for it. That's nice. And I keep pen nib on 9. So smart. It's not doing a lot here because, you know, our big attack we want to double is finisher, and you have to play attacks before that. So we probably want it on 5, actually. Or perhaps 1, even. Get no incense burner or anything to keep on the right number, so we can simply pass. And pretty good fight here. And we go into the heart. We found a shuriken, giving us 3 strength whenever we play 3 attacks in one turn. Pretty good with the blade dances, but not going to be particularly important here. And so going to rip some potions. I want to block the vulnerable from the heart, so I just rip the artifact pot now. And I play the footwork before using Distilled Chaos in case I hit block cards. And I didn't want to hit Wraith Form, and I actually drew it, so that's very good. Now I can Distilled Chaos comfortably, for sure. And I also have Catalyst in my hand, and that's really important. And I hit the Skewer, that's actually massive. It does the full 5 times 4, or yeah, 5 times whatever amount of damage it was. So a huge amount of damage there. And I even get to double Catalyst. What a huge turn 1 here, actually. This was like GG's immediately. An excellent Distilled Chaos. And yeah, the important thing was that we drew Wraith Form and Catalyst, because if we didn't want to hit those cards with the Distilled Chaos, that could have been bad. And so because we drew them, we could just play it. And it was... And we even hit a Fairy in a bottle for good measure. No way we're going to need that, probably. But why not? And it's not weakened somehow, so... getting hit for the full amount here. And simply block, block, block. And now we can weaken it down to 1 times 15. And then it's dead. So that was an insane heart fight. Kind of high rolling with the potions. But of course we saved Distilled Chaos for this moment. Or we saved Entropic Brew for this moment. And all of the potions, of course. And we were heavily rewarded for it. That was the easiest fight of the whole run, probably. Wow. And yeah. Some great relics up there for sure. Paper Crane, very, very good. Toxic Egg, of course, excellent. Horn Cleat and Bag of Prep, excellent, of course. Definitely very happy about that. So a bit of a slog, that one, but finishing quickly there. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a beautiful day.